What is going on, you guys? This is TechHD coming at you with a brand new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at some new microphone. So this is from Comica, and if you guys have been around my channel, then you guys saw that I have done so many videos on Comica microphones. They have been supporting this channel for a very long time, and I love their microphones. You know, I love their microphones that goes onto a camera. I like their wireless lavalier setup. I like their interview microphones. Like, all of those are great and really good to start off when it comes to making videos. Now this one is an updated version. So this one is the CVM WS60, and the last one that I've done was the CVM WS50, and it's pretty much a microphone lavalier wireless setup that supports for smartphones mainly. This one seems like it's intended for both smartphones and for cameras, which is really cool. A bit of an upgrade, a couple of things, and now this combo package comes with 2 triggers and 1 receiver, which is really cool. So let's get right into this. We're gonna do some unboxing. We're gonna talk about the features, as well as I'm gonna be showing you guys some sound tests, both indoor and outdoor, with some distance, and then we'll see how it all goes. So looking right at the box, you can see that we got the WS60 combo. So a UHF 1 trigger and then 2 flexible mini wireless microphones. It's a lavalier setup for smartphones and for cameras. So 1 trigger, 2 built-in smartphone holder, so it still works with the smartphone really good, and then 60-meter working distance, which is really cool. 1 trigger, 2. And then we got over here that we got 12 channels for multiple devices working together, working up to 60 meters. We talked about that already. We got 4 hours of battery life, as well as it supports external power for longer durations. It seems like it takes AA or AAA batteries. It takes AAA batteries, and it takes a 3.5mm jack. So pretty interesting. And let's get right into the unboxing. And then I'm going to be using my new specialty unboxing knife. If you guys have not seen the video of me unboxing a whole bunch of CSGO knives, then you guys need to check that out, because that video was awesome, and I am going to be using all their new knives for unboxing knives. Alright, so same thing like we have from the older model. Seems like we got a case. Let me put this to the side. Very nice little travel case. Okay, lift this up. Ooh, very well packaged. I really like it. So we got the 2 transmitters and 1 receiver. This looks a lot larger than the other model, than the old model, which is cool. But yeah, it takes AAA batteries. Not bad. You know, I wish they were built-in rechargeables. But we got the receiver over here, and this one's pretty large. And then we got the smartphone holder. So if we just unscrew this, you see how it starts to extend, and then we got this piece to hold the phone, which is very nice. Honestly, I really like this setup. I didn't think that I was gonna really need use of it, but honestly, whenever I needed to use my phone, I use this type of setup. So we got an on and off button. We got channel A and B to set up which channels these are on. We got mono or stereo switch, and then we got a smartphone or camera switch. And then you got to, if you want to record only channel A, B, or both of them. And then we got the RF indicator lights to show if it is working. And I like this carbon fiber style of it. It looks pretty cool. So on this side you got nothing, and on the back you got the battery case, as well as you got a thread. So if you do want to put this like on a tripod or something, you could do that. As well as over here you got the volumes for both the A and B channel. You got the, it looks like, oh, it's a Type-C port. So we got a Type-C port, future-proofing, very nice. So if you want to do external power, you got an output, as well as you got headphones, so you can monitor how everything sounds, which is very nice. So we're gonna put this back in here, and then we got one of the TX transmitters, and same thing, so AAA batteries, okay, and then we still got the screw, as well. It seems like we got some holes on the side for a belt clip. And then we got the input, as well as another USB Type-C for external power. And then same thing, you got the on and off button, as well as a mute feature. You got channels, the RF indicator lights, you got A and B, as well as you got a flat signal, or this one seems like it's a low cut or high cut filter. I'm not too sure about that. And then that's pretty much it. And then the other one's the same thing. But if we lift this piece up, we got a whole bunch of other cables, which is cool. So this actually comes with a nice little tabletop tripod, which is pretty dope, but I don't seem like I'm gonna be using it that much. So I'm gonna put this back in here, as well as we got, let's see what we got. So we got the cable Seems like this is the 3.5mm cable. So we got the TRS to TRS. So this one seems like it's for a smartphone, and then we got the logo that shows the smartphone, which is pretty cool. I like that style of it, as well as, let's see what this one is. Oh, this one feels like one of the lavalier mics. Yep, this one is one of the lavalier mics. So it just takes a TRS and lavalier with the microphone with the alligator clip, which is cool. So that's mic number 1, and then we got mic number 2, same thing, as well as this one. This one seems like it's the cable, the USB to USB Type-C cable. Seems pretty cool. So a couple stuff a little bit up to date. Yep, USB Type-A to USB Type-C. And then this one, these batteries feel heavy. Nope, I thought they were going to provide me with batteries. Oh, okay, so we got like a little mini ball head. So if you do want to put it onto the tabletop tripod, that would be cool. Silica gel. So that's his side. Oh, we got the microphones for the furry windscreens for outdoor use, which is going to be nice. Yep, we got one of the furry windscreens for outdoor use. Comes with the little piece to tighten it. Very nice. We got a lot of bags to the side. And then these are actually the clips for if you want to use the TX and put it on somebody for like an interview and use like their belt clips or something. You do stuff like that. So let me show you actually real quick how this one is. So the way this one works is it should be one hole over here and then the second one over here, just like that. Belt clip, very nice. I like this setup. So you have both, you can put it in the pocket, you put it in the belt clip, however way you want it to be set up. And then that seems pretty much it. And then we got the user guide, user manual over here, as well as you got the Comica authorized dealer, so on and so on. But that is pretty much it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get AAA batteries, and then I am going to show you guys some of the features as well as like channels and all that, and then we'll get into the sound test. Alright you guys, so now I installed 3 AAA batteries on both the receiver and one of the transmitters. So now I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of the features, and I'm going to be showing you guys pretty much the channels and a couple of other features on both the receiver and the transmitter. So starting with the receiver, let's take a look. If we were to hold the button, it'll turn on and it'll say Comica, and then you can see we got the nice little display, and looking at the camera is cool, but in person it looks a lot more sharp, more vibrant, easier to read. So we got channel A and B, and over here we got the A receiver and the B receiver. We got the A green and then the B as red, and that is mainly because I have these channels set to just A, whereas if I were to set it to the main one, to the center, they'll both be green to indicate that they're active. And if I were to do it just the B side, you'll see that the B is just green and then the A is red. So I'm gonna just keep it in the middle in the meantime. And then we got mono and stereo. Now I like to keep it at mono, but you could do stereo as well, but I mainly like to keep it at mono. And then we got, like I said, the phone and the camera indicator light, which is really cool. And then over here we got the signals on both the A transmitter and the B transmitter, as well as you got the channels and the volume levels, and then the battery indicator, and then we got the indicator to show if it's mono and if it's on the camera or on the phone. Now if we go to the A channel, we could press this a couple times and then you can see that it's going from individual channels. So we went from 1 all the way to 10, 11, and then back to 0. And then it's the same concept with the B. If we hold it, nothing will happen, which is good. It'll just speed up the channels. And then if we use the volumes, you can see that on the bottom, it'll start to go from channel 1 and not channel 1, but volume 1. And then we'll see that we'll start to go all the way up, all the way to 9, and then the volume rocker actually stops, which is pretty cool. So it's not continuing. So it goes all the way from volume 0 to 9, which is pretty cool. And then we go back here. Now, if we were to turn on the transmitter, you can see that once the transmitter is on, the A receiver starts to be a solid green to show that it's been connected, as well as you'll see a full signal on the on one of the signal strength on the left one. So then I could set that as A, or I could set it as B, and then you can see that it's trying to find it again, and then you should be able to see that the B is not being found mainly because the B is set on the transmitter as channel 1 and the B on the receiver is set to 0. So if I was to just press it once, it should go to channel 1 and then it should grab the signal. So now it's a solid green color, which is pretty cool. And then I just want the B to be recorded. I don't want the A or anything like that. So then now we can see that the A is red, and very self-explanatory, very simple, easy to use. And if we were to press the power button once, it will mute it, so then it turns red, which I really like. And if we press it again, it's going back to green, which is cool. So then I could change channels like nothing, very easy. I'll go to channel 10, and then this one I'm able to go to 10 as well, and then it'll give it a second to try to catch the signal, and then it gets a full signal, which is very nice. And that is pretty much it, honestly. And then you got the input for the microphone. If you want to power it through an external power, battery charger or something, you could do it like that instead of using the AAA batteries. Like I said, I got the belt clip onto it, which is really nice. And then I want to show you guys real quick. So I got this receiver is for both a phone and a camera. So I'm going to be showing you guys real quick installing it on a phone. So if I were to just constantly turn this, you can see that it's going up. I'll turn this piece, and then I'll turn the bottom one as well. And then I am using my phone, and then this one is the LG V40. So now if I were to use this as an example, I'm going to be moving this a little bit to the side so that the power button does not get affected or anything. And I just want to make sure the camera is good. So that seems about good. And now I'm going to turn this a little bit. There we go. Up here as well. Make sure everything is nice and secured. Alright. So then we got on this side, I got the cameras. It's not being blocked by the receiver. And then up here, same thing. So none of the buttons are being pressed accidentally on both the top and the bottom. And then if I were to use the cable that is provided, we will plug it into the output, and then we'll plug this one. If you guys still have a 3.5mm port on some of the phones, I know most of the phones are USB Type-C or Lightning for Apple devices, but you can always use an adapter. But doing that, and then that is pretty much how it is. And then you can connect headphones to monitor, and then just put it on the tripod, and then you are all set to go as far as using your phone for video, and then the wireless lavalier setup. So now what I'm going to be showing you guys is pretty much a couple of sound tests, both using the phone as the first sound test, and then we're going to be using an actual camera as the secondary sound test. And then you guys can let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, as well as it's going to be the raw audio of it. So let's go ahead and test this out. Okay, you guys, so now what you guys are hearing is the audio test coming from directly the Comica WS60 going directly into my LG V40 smartphone. Now, one of the main things I want to talk about is the smartphone that I'm using. I'm using the LG V40, and the main reason why I want to point that out is because the V series from LG has manual video options. So I'm able to mess around a lot more when it comes to the aperture, ISO, the shutter speed, and of course the audio, get a little bit more into the manual functionalities without using an external app or something like that. Unlike with Samsungs and iPhones, it's all pretty much automatic. It automatically detects if you connect a microphone, but you can't really mess with the decibel levels or anything like that. So I just want to clearly point that out, because that is something that I didn't mess around with the LG V40 with the audio. Now, pretty much what I did is I have the volume on the Comica WS60 set to 1. I have it set to 1, and then on the phone I have it set to -5 dB in order to give me the best quality, like clarity, and not peaking so much to the point where you guys are hearing a lot of the background noise, like the fan from my PC, my mini fridge, and some other stuff like that. And yeah, so I wanted the majority of the power to come directly from the phone and not really from the Comica. And one of the major things that I noticed is that when I was monitoring it, connecting my earbuds or headphones directly into the Comica receiver, I heard a lot of hissing. And it wasn't from the microphone or the volume being too high, like the sensitivity or anything like that. It was pretty much just the input of the headphone jack for some reason it is producing a lot of hissing. So even when I have the volume set all the way down and all that, I still hear some hissing. So I really don't like that when it comes to monitoring it, because you don't know if the volume is too high or if it's just the headphone input and just producing that. So that's what sucks about it. That's something that I don't really like. But just to show you guys, I am using the lavalier that they provided. I have it connected to the transmitter. It's in my pocket, you know, and then I have the receiver, and it's just connected straight to my phone, and you guys are hearing the raw audio of it. Nothing is being done to it or anything like that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below of the audio, if it's really good, if it's pretty bad, if there's still too much background noise, or does it sound too echoey or anything like that. Let me know down in the comments below. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be testing it on an actual camera and seeing if there's any type of audio difference when comparing from a phone to an actual camera input. Okay, you guys, so now you are hearing the audio test coming directly from the lavalier microphone going to the WS60 and to my Nikon Z6. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Now, the settings I did for this one is same thing. So I had it at 1 volume on the Comica WS60, and as far as the Nikon Z6, I have a volume level going from 0 all the way to 20. So I set it at 15 whenever I was doing some tests, and it kept it below -12. So that is the best way to pretty much balance it out. Usually audio is from -18 to -12 when it comes to vocals. After that, it starts to peak. I usually do -9, and then that is pretty much my limit. Anything above that starts to consider as peaking. But yeah, -12 is how the audio is coming out from here. And I honestly, personally, I think that the audio connected to an actual camera is a lot better than connected to a phone. I don't know why. From a phone perspective, what I think, whenever I hear the audio, I feel like I'm hearing a little bit of, like, it sounds very airy. It doesn't sound so clear. It sounds pretty like high pitch more than deeper. Like, I really need to do some audio tests when it comes to lavaliers, and that's also lavaliers as well. Lavaliers are so much different compared to, of course, like shotgun microphones and interview microphones and stuff like that. So you really got to edit the audio, but you guys are hearing the raw audio from it. But it's definitely recommended to edit the audio from a lavalier microphones, because they just are a little bit more difficult to mess around with and to get really good clean audio. But as long as you have very clean audio with no background noise or anything like that, you could do so much with it. And you could honestly hide it. You can hide it in the shirts, and then you can hide it like on a cap, or in for women in their hairs and stuff like that. So you can be very creative with it and get really nice clean audio. So this is the audio coming directly from the Nikon Z6 to the WS60. Like I said, let me know down in the comments below on what you guys think about it, and let me know what you guys think comparing both from a natural camera and to a smartphone. And now what we're going to do, we're going to be doing some outdoor tests. Indoors, you guys are getting a lot more reverb, and that goes even though I have some acoustic panels and acoustic blankets to kind of isolate as much as the background noise as possible. But outdoor is where it's a game changer. It should sound a lot cleaner. So we're going to be testing that out on both the smartphone and the natural camera, and then we're going to be messing around with some distance as well, because this tends to go to about 200 feet of distance, and then we're going to see how that is and see if it actually is true to what it says. Alright, you guys, so now we are going to be doing some outdoor sound tests. So right now you guys are hearing the Comica WS60 with my LG V40 phone. I got the furry windscreen, and I should be getting a lot of wind hitting it, a little bit of background noise because there's going to be construction over there. But we are currently testing this out, and I want to be testing out some distance shots. So that's the main thing that I want to test out. So let's get in over here, and then we'll be able to test that out. All right, you guys, so now you guys should be hearing the audio test coming out of the WS60, and there is a lot of wind going on, so that's why I have the furry windscreen. One of the things I don't like about the furry windscreen is how it's so exposed, so easily visible. That's the main thing that I don't like about it. But right now I also got my Z6, so I'm going to be doing some audio tests from that camera as well. But right now I'm using the LG V40, and we're just going to be testing out some distance, some background noise, if it's catching the background noise, if it's catching my voice very clearly, and if it's catching the wind as well. So I'm in a soccer field in a high school. That's the main thing. I'm just walking back slowly. This could go up to 60 meters, which is really good. So that's the main thing that I just test out is distance. You guys can see with the wide angle how far I'm starting to walk back, and you guys could easily see. And now wind is starting to really pick up. It's hitting me from the back, so it shouldn't be so much the microphone. But my main concern is if the audio is cutting in and out. I have the transmitter in the back of my pocket, so I want to see if that really does a big of a difference. But I want to see if you guys are hearing some popping noises, if the audio is going in and out. Main thing I just want to hear as far as sound test. I'm pretty much almost halfway there. This is a good. So now you guys can hear a little bit of the background noise from the construction as well as wind. Hopefully this microphone does its job and cancels a lot of that out. And just to let you guys know, the audio, I have it set to 1 on the transmitter on the receiver of the WS60, and then I have it set to -5 decibels on the V40. So that I thought was the best of cutting out the background noise and hopefully not being able to hear so much of the audio. So with that in mind, now what we're going to test out is the Z6 and see if that connecting the WS60 to the Z6 will do that big of a difference, and then we'll do a comparison. All right, you guys, so now we're doing a sound test on the WS60 using the Nikon Z6 full frame camera. You guys about the other test, same thing. You know, I have the volume set to 1 on the WS60, and then on the Z6 set to about 13 out of 20 in the volume, and it's manual. Now, like I said, I still have the further windscreen. I don't know if it's easily exposed, but once I start to walk back, it's not that noticeable. But that is to mainly cut out the wind. Alright, you guys, so now after hearing both the audio tests from the indoor and outdoor, honestly, it's a mixed feeling. So pretty much the audio test from the indoor, the Z6 performed much better than on the LG V40. On the LG V40, it tended to be a lot of background noise. It was very echoey. It sounded like there was more low end and high end, but on the Z6, it sounded much more neutral, which I really like. Now on outdoors, especially when it came to distance, I really like how the V40 sounded. I like more the Z6, but the V40 sounded a lot better outdoors, of course. Like the audio is able to travel a lot farther. It's not able to bounce off of walls or anything like that, especially where I was. There was no way that the audio will go back into the microphone. Now, when it came to the wind resistance with the front windscreen, it performed amazing. Honestly, you could not hear any of the wind, barely any of the wind, and it was really hitting hard. Now you could hear the construction site, some of the noises, but that was, you know, you can't really do much about that. But when it came to distance, the V40 performed a lot better than the Z6. For some reason, the Z6 cut in and out right in the beginning, and it was so weird because with the V40, if I started to step a little bit farther back, that's when it started to cut in and out. But then the Z6 just cannot handle it. For some reason, like right in the beginning, it was okay. It started to cut in and out, and then all the way in the back, it just cut out for like a good 10 seconds and then went back to it. So like I had another like a minute and a half of footage that I could not use because it kept on cutting in and out. So you guys would not be able to understand me at all, which was pretty much unused footage. I could not use that footage. So that's why I cut it very short in the Z6 sound test on outdoors. But overall, I really like it. And right now you guys are hearing the edited version of the Z6 with the WS60. And I really like it, you know. It's a really good improvement from the WS50, and this is the WS50 right now. If you guys haven't seen the video, I'll leave a link down in the description below. I really like the build quality on the WS50 though. The WS60 feels a little bit more classic-like, but it looks a lot more modern. This is how it looks like. But yeah, that is the sound test. That was my review. Honestly, it sounded really good. I prefer a lot more on a camera than on a smartphone. And it's a lot easier to edit, definitely, because there's a lot more low end for some reason on a smartphone than there is on an actual camera. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Everything will be linked down in the description below so that you guys can go check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. As always, it's TechHD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!